It was actually a removal of children from their homes, from their families, from their home communities.
Shining a light on a dark period in American history.
The goal of the Indian schools was a forced assimilation of American Indian children.
Inside the Heard Museum, rooms filled with stories and photos, even videos, detailing what was done to thousands of Native American children.
They were stripped of their identity.
Janet Cantley is curator of the Indian School exhibit.
For some kids, once they came to the boarding schools, they didn't have contact with their family for years.
That was the whole idea with forced assimilation. Well, you can only imagine how traumatic it would be, and especially some of the kids were young. They were, 5, 6 years of age.
Displays depict the traumatizing process, starting with cutting the children's hair when they arrived.
Having hair cut is a sign of mourning in Native society, and so then they wondered who died. Why are we all in mourning?
Their traditional clothing replaced with military jackets and simple dresses.
They couldn't speak their native language. They were told to speak English, and they were punished if they spoke in their native language.
Anything Native American stripped away, an effort to force the children to embrace Western civilization and Christianity. Modeled after military schools, the focus was not education. Training included domestic tasks such as laundry and sewing for the girls, carpentry and farming for the boys. It was forced labor for the children.
The conditions were overcrowded, there was poor nutrition, and the children had to work to support the schools.
Driving down Indian School Road in central Phoenix, past Steele Indian School Park, many people may not realize the historic significance.
Was there at the time a negative or a positive connotation to coming to the boarding school?
It was more negative. The education at the boarding school was never top tier.
Rosalie Talahanba attended Phoenix Indian School in the 70s, decades after the government stopped forcibly removing children from reservations.
The building in front of us right here is the dining hall. It was built in 1902. It predates Arizona statehood by 10 years.
Today, she is curator of the Indian School Visitor Center. Only 3 buildings from the school are preserved, the rest demolished. But what still stands? Laws allowing Native American children to be taken and discrimination. The RESPECT Act would repeal the outdated and mostly forgotten laws.
Now today, there's hope.
The remaining Indian School buildings now serve as meeting places for Native Americans to learn, gather, and celebrate. Ultimately, the lesson being passed down is the power of the human spirit.
We talk about the integrity and the resiliency of Native people when we talk about the visitor center and when we talk about the grounds here.